Hey guys, I haven't filmed favorites in a while, in a couple months, and I decided to give you a rundown of the very best of what I've been using recently, the very much reached for sort of products, and I have a lot of sort of personal care, hygiene, and skincare things this time around. A little bit fewer makeup things, but let's get to it. You know that I'm trying to transition to cleaner beauty alternatives. And one of those transitions was trying to get a toothpaste that actually works and works well and is effective. And I feel like I'm doing a good job taking care of my teeth. And I've been trying various different toothpastes that are natural or clean, a lot of them based on a variety of different substances, and some of them I really hated. I found the kinds of toothpaste, the class of toothpaste that work the best in general. If you aren't sure what to pick up a clay toothpaste. I was so surprised. For the first time, I've used a clay toothpaste at a friend's place about a year ago, and she had just a little pot. I was visiting her in Toronto, and she just had a little pot of clay toothpaste. I'm like, what is this? And I tried it, I'm like, this feels really clean. And then about 6 to 8 months later, I decided to try more natural products, and I've remembered how much I enjoyed her clay-based toothpaste at her place. So I've been trying some clay-based toothpaste, and I can tell you, other natural toothpastes do not have anything on clay-based toothpaste. I don't really love charcoal-based toothpaste. They're too messy, unless they're in a paste, and this isn't a clay paste. That is good. And I do not really like soda-based toothpastes as much, although I've used them and they're good. But my dentist friend tells me that soda, like raw soda, baking soda is one of the substrates that a lot of those are made of, and that can scratch your enamel. So to preserve your enamel, you need something a lot smaller, very, very small grind, very, very small milled particles. Clay provides that. Clay particles are very, very fine, so they don't scratch your enamel. They just polish it, and I feel that. I feel so clean in terms of my teeth. After you have this really, really, really good tooth cleaning, you feel like they're just slippery and sleek and very, very smooth. And this is the kind of feeling I get after using clay because it polishes very, very well. And so here I have two favorites. I have Clay Brite White, and this is by Zionhealth, and this is very affordable. I've been buying these. This is my second one, and it's almost empty actually. There's almost nothing left in there. And I will continue buying it, and it's made in the USA. It's based on silica, xylitol glycerin, clay, kaolin clay. There's some sodium bicarb, there's aloe vera, peppermint oil, so it's all very, very healthy stuff that works fantastically. And this is another one I've been trying. This has been sent to me, and I really did not like their toothbrush. I'll talk about it in my empties later, but they have those bamboo natural toothbrush that they sell, and it came in the pack with this toothpaste, and I hated the toothbrush. I really did, but the toothpaste was balm. And they do say that it has activated charcoal, which is whitening. I haven't seen much whitening yet, but I've been mostly using this one. So this one I've used sort of to try a whole bunch of times, as you can tell, but I haven't used it up yet. So we'll see if whitening claim is true, but I really enjoy the texture. This does have clay, so it's dark. It looks weird when you're using it. This one is a little tan green color. This one's the darker gray, but honestly, these clay-based, this is also bentonite clay, so slightly different kind of clay, but they all work in a very similar capacity, and I love clay-based toothpaste. This one works really, really well. I'll report back once I use it up in terms of whether it whitened any or not. I generally have just you can tell this, I mean, obviously these are all my teeth without any whitening at all. So I have slightly yellow teeth, and we'll see what it does for it. So I always have footage to look back on, obviously, because I make these videos for YouTube. So we'll compare. I have the same lighting, I have the same lipsticks, everything else being the same. We'll see how the teeth do with this one. I'll report back. Wouldn't bother with a brush, but the toothpaste is really, really good. And here the ingredients are aloe vera, calcium carbonate, some xanthal, vegetable glycerin, and clay, and some coconut oil, organic peppermint oil, etc., etc. So both of them are minty, both of them are very pleasant to use, and both of them clean teeth really, really well. So check out a clay-based toothpaste, and these are the ones that I've tried and recommend, but I'm sure they all work in a very similar capacity. Now to a deodorant. I know we're talking about personal care a lot, but I've been really, really into replacing those things that I use daily with more natural alternatives, and sometimes it's tough to find. I've previously talked to you about Schmidt's, and I still stand by it. Schmidt's is really, really good, but it can leave a little bit of a residue on your clothes, which is why I think I'm going to reserve using Schmidt's, which I really like for the winter because it's very effective. So soda-based, baking soda-based deodorants are really good. This one is a little different. This is Lafes Active Deodorant, and this is a citrus and bergamot scent, and it's nice. It's a really good scent. This one's very smooth. That one is kind of like a hard gel, and as you can see, it's transparent, so it doesn't actually leave a residue on your clothes, which is a big bonus, especially in the summer, because you really don't want to do that. I don't mind using Schmidt's in the winter because it is more effective, but it is unfortunately prone to leaving marks behind. But I don't care if it's like I wear a long sleeve t-shirt under a sweater, and that's an undershirt, so whatever, it gets stained a little, it washes out, it's fine. But I prefer something a little bit more transparent for the summer, and Lafes provides that. Now, this is not a 24-hour protection. Like, for years I've been using my Secret deodorant, and it's very effective, but it is aluminum based, and it's antiperspirant, not just deodorant. This one has nothing in it that would be offensive to your system. Not that aluminum is offensive to your system, because there hasn't been any scientific proof to that point. But there are some suggestions that it might not be the most beneficial, and there's a little voice inside my head saying, maybe you're supposed to sweat. You're sweating for a reason. So this is a really, really good alternative. Lafes, I've used a few deodorants, and some of them ended up in the reject bin, and they were just not good, the natural alternatives or whatever. And maybe I'll film separate videos on the good ones and the not so good ones, because I have both of them still here before I toss the ones I hated. This one was one of the ones I really liked, and I would recommend. Now, first few ingredients here is water, cornstarch, glycerin, silica, some stearic acid, aloe vera juice. So really very easy, very clean ingredient deck. Loving it. Another really, really good natural product that I found was this. And if you watch my videos, if you watch my empties for the previous month, I've talked about the shampoo, but today I want to mention both shampoo and conditioner, because I think it's worthwhile mentioning them as a duo. Although I have another maybe one use for conditioner remaining here, I'm going to be out of it this month, obviously. And Rahua Classic Shampoo and Rahua Classic Conditioner, I cannot recommend enough. I really loved these. So I hear from, floating in the natural beauty community that it's very difficult to find a natural shampoo that works well for you. And I concur. I've only tried a few, and this is one of the first ones I've tried. This worked fantastically. Unfortunately, the shampoo, I think, is going to be a difficult sell to people. Well, both of them are expensive, first of all, but secondly, first few washes, the shampoo seems like it sucks. It doesn't lather. That's okay. I don't care. It doesn't have to. But and it just doesn't feel like conventional shampoo. So you're like, am I actually washing my hair here, or what am I doing? And I wash my hair 1.5 to 2 times a week, depending on how sweaty I get. But I generally have quite dry scalp, and what I'm looking from the shampoo is that it clarifies the scalp and gets rid of all the gunk and product and the extra sort of flakes that grow on my head. But also I want it to moisturize the scalp and soften the hair, and I have very dyed hair. You can't tell right now, but it's been bleached many, many times to lighten it. And we have these guys that, after a few uses, I was like, my hair is better. And then once I finished the shampoo, I'm like, okay, it was the shampoo, because I went back to using what I was using previously. and it made a big difference. This shampoo really made a big difference to the quality of my hair and the way my scalp was feeling. Although it didn't lather well, it felt like it wasn't doing much, but after a couple of weeks, I really noticed a big difference, and that's the only thing that changed in my hair routine. And the conditioner is very good. It's a very, very good conditioner. Both of them are kind of based on aloe vera and a whole bunch of extracts, and they just make my hair feel really good. My hair is shinier, easier to brush through, even though it's burnt from all the bleach that the stylist is putting in it, by my request. Do not mistakenly assume that it's not consensual. But I mean, I'll be buying these guys, although they're expensive for a shampoo and conditioner, probably around 45 bucks a piece, not a duo, a piece. That's quite a lot, I think, but my goodness, it's good. So I would be buying it. What's good is good. You can't argue with quality. Quality is there. If you try Rahua, make sure that you do sort of give it a chance, because it might not impress you right away, but it did me with time. It was like a grow to love you, not love at first sight. Another thing that just really, really impressed me is Mychelle Serums and Oils Perfect C Pro Serum. Brighten and renew, 25%. This is 25% vitamin C concentration in this little serum. It smells exactly like citrus, and it's a very, very nice natural smell. Rejuvenates, antioxidant defense, fortifies. It does some mild exfoliation, and it really perks up the skin. I notice a big difference when I use it, and even after 1 or 2 uses, you notice a difference already. It works really fast. It's vitamin C. It works very fast. Now, what I wanted to mention is this is a cleaner brand, and I've been loving Mychelle products. I'm also using their sunscreen right now, but I'm holding out for a full review for that one, because I know sunscreens can be tough to find in the natural segment of this industry. But this vitamin C serum I've been using a lot. I've been really enjoying it a lot. I think it's a really good formulation. It's difficult to find high concentration of vitamin C serum outside of professional lines. Few of them make it. I think Kiehl's makes it, but Mychelle is clean and green. So I've been really, really enjoying this, as you can see. It's had some use, and I'll be repurchasing once it's over, because that's just, I mean, it's just good skincare. It's really good skincare. Now to some makeup products. I don't have a lot, but let's talk about them. Let's first talk about the non-clean, non-green things that I've been using and really, really enjoying. Conventional beauty. Lingerie de Peau by Guerlain. I've been using this for years. I love it. This is my very favorite base ever. I've never used anything I enjoyed quite as much, regardless of the ingredients. Like, if we put ingredients and good for you sort of thing aside, and I've used some natural foundations that I really, really enjoyed, but this is my holy grail. If I can find a dupe in Green Beauty, then I would be not just happy, I would be ecstatic. This is my summer shade. This is number 2. Usually I'm lighter than that, but for the summer I'm catching a little bit more sun than usual, especially if you have a kid. You spend a lot of time playing outside, and you can't always reapply sunscreen, although you should, and I should, we all should. But Lingerie de Peau by Guerlain is amazing. It's the best texture I've seen in a foundation. It suits my skin so well. I don't have to powder it. It really moves with the skin. It breaks up it never really breaks up. It just, like, you can get a little oily in the nose, but I mean, it looks perfect on the skin, and it looks like skin. I love it. I want to find a dupe in Green Beauty for it. I haven't yet, but if you know of any, leave them down below, because I want to know. Too Faced Endless Summer Bronzer. This is a little mini, and that came from my travel size stuff that I travel with. This is a good color. I've gotten rid of every single Too Faced bronzer I've had, because the color has never been right for me. Even the milk chocolate, like the light one, is still the wrong tone. But Endless Summer, I think, works really well today. It's on me, on the periphery of my face. You can see it. I really like the tone of it. It doesn't smell like much. I don't know, maybe the scent just kind of evaporated, or it never smelled to begin with. It's not one of the chocolate ones. So I really enjoy the texture of it. I like how it looks. It wears well. I think it's going to migrate back into my travel bag, because I generally keep just like a little travel pouch full of makeup that I don't have to because I do a lot of overnight shifts and then I work the next day, or I do some trips outside of the town for like a day, or I go see my parents in a neighboring town. You know, I don't want to pack and unpack every time. I just have my little pouch full of travel makeup and I use it as I go, as I travel. I don't mind traveling with the same makeup, it's fine, and it's a very small, compact thing. So I think I'm gonna toss this in there because I actually really, really like it. So I'll be happy to travel with a tiny little thing like that. I would recommend you check it out if you're still doing the conventional beauty. So this Too Faced Endless Summer. I think nobody talks about this particular bronzer. Everybody's so focused on the chocolate ones, and I agree, the smell is nice, but seriously, this is a very good tone for fair people. So you fair people should check it out. Then I have a clean product. I love this. This is Vapour Beauty. Vapour Beauty has fast become one of my favorite clean beauty brands that I've tried so far. I know I haven't tried them all. I haven't, you know, been extensively involved in clean beauty for long periods of time. I've just started a few months ago, but Vapour is one of my favorites. They have really good textures and they have fantastic stick products. I have a whole bunch of their multi-sticks, which are my favorites, but today I wanted specifically to mention Illusionist, and this is their concealer. It's in 015, so this is my summer shade. This is on me today. This is the only coverage product that I have on me. I have some, I have a sunscreen, and then I have this on where I needed it. And this color is just right for me right now. You can see that I'm really actively using it because I'm missing a whole bunch at this point, and I've just acquired it a couple months ago. But the color, there's a color one shade up, so I probably will need to go get one shade up from the 015, so 15, I guess, and get something lighter because I am lighter. Deep into the summer like we are right now, this will work, and I'll probably use it up this summer. Maybe I should include it in my Project Pan, but this is a really, really good product. It's reasonably light coverage to buildable, but it looks like skin, which is what I love in concealers. I want them to look like skin, and this one really does, and doesn't flake off. It wears well. It's fairly moisturizing, easy to use, and not drying at all. You know how sticks can be. And in fact, it's very blendable. So what I like to do sometimes when I'm not wearing anything on my face except for sunscreen, I just like draw a few stripes where I need them, and I blend them in with my fingers, and then I go. And I don't need a foundation. I don't need anything. This just works so well. Also fantastic for travel for that very reason. Maybe that one should go into the travel pouch as well. And then the last makeup related thing is really lip balm. These are from Rebels Refinery. First of all, obviously why I got interested in them in the first place, and they were sent to me to try from Rebels Refinery. Thank you. It was the packaging. When I saw them online, I was like, oh my god, that is fun and so summery. And I still have one in its original packaging. I haven't tried yet. I'm not sure if I'll give it to somebody in my life or I'll use it in the winter because it's vanilla scented. These are largely based on coconut oil. For the lips, it works very, very nicely, and they have some kind of extracts in there as well. I'll do a separate review maybe on them in the future, but so far I've been really enjoying them, especially because A, packaging, and B, scent. They really got their scent down right. So this little pink skull is actually mint. Spearmint, really, and I've been loving spearminty things in the summer. Obviously, it's very refreshing. And then this little pineapple is just adorable. This is actually my favorite color. If you're ever wondering what my favorite color is, it's Tiffany blue family. That's my favorite. And this smells like exactly like a pineapple gelato. That's what it smells like. Not like a real pineapple, but like a pineapple gelato. Like, you know, as a kid, you eat it and you're like, oh, this is the most delicious thing ever. Or pineapple popsicle, or somewhere between popsicle and gelato. Smells so, so summery. I love it. It reminds me of something from my childhood. I think I owned a lip balm when I was a kid that smelled very similar. But oh, I can't stop sniffing it. So good ingredients, clean. It's not the most moisturizing, most restorative lip treatment ever. No, I'm not going to tell you it is because it isn't. But really fun packaging. It does nourish just enough. I think good for the summer. I think for the winter this would not be enough, but for the summer it's just perfect, and it smells amazing. So I would recommend you check out Rebel Refinery. I don't think they're expensive either, so I think they're reasonable with their pricing. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is a perfume. This is Annick Goutal Grand Amour. I've never heard anybody talk about this scent. This is a very interesting scent. It's a contradiction inside a contradiction. Not going to be everybody's fan favorite. I think you need to sniff this before purchasing. But it has a lot of bitter greens in it, combined with sweet florals. It's a very weird combination, which is why I'm talking about it. You know, it's contradictory. Yes, it contradicts itself, but it is a beautiful battle of the wills. It's, you know, it's such an interesting scent just because of the juxtaposition, the combination of reasonably different, reasonably uncombinable scents. And it's very inspiring. This is a true work of art. Really good nose. Really good nose job. The nose of who worked on this perfume. I need to look it up because I forget who it was, because I wasn't thinking of actually talking about it until I just like, okay, I need to include it because it's such a wonderful little gem of perfumery. Please smell it if you can find a sample. Smell it because it is very interesting. If you're into niche perfumery, if you're into interesting, unconventional scents, obviously you will like it. If you're into slightly bitter, sweet florals, which was rare to say, you will like it. It's just such an insane and explosion of a bouquet and greens that very, very authentically reminds you of something real, something living, something vital, something very very obviously still alive. So it's a bouquet, but it's not a cut flower, you know, some kind of a weird potted contortion. Oh my goodness, very interesting. I've been loving it for the summer because yes, I want some pretty florals for the summer, but give me the bitterness so that the heat doesn't get to me. It's sobering, but floral as well. Sobering floral. It's a sobering floral. Anyway, give it a sniff if you find it because it is quite special. That's it for today. I hope it was fun for you to see what I've been sort of reaching out for, what I've been reaching for the last few months, and the things that I really, really believe are worthy of being checked out by you guys. Because, you know, I don't just talk about anything I try. I only try to sort of narrow it down to things I think are super worthwhile, which these things are. That's it for today. See you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.